welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Addie Bell and I do skincare, makeup, beauty videos. And I've been away for a couple months and I want to get right back in. I really enjoy doing these videos. They're a good little side hobby for me, just to get some creativity out in my everyday life. So I've been gone for a couple months, like I mentioned before, because we had family living at my house, and I kind of just wanted to not make videos and just enjoy time with them. They live out of the country, and so they got to live with us for 2 months, so that was really fun. We got to get to know them better. All that being said, there was not much makeup going on, and I just really wanted to talk about kind of what I learned in those couple months of just doing minimal makeup, and where I'm gonna go from here, and what this channel might look like. So this is gonna be like a chat, get ready with me kind of thing. I don't really have any makeup. I have a little bit of base on, but I don't have any makeup on, so I thought I would put some makeup on because this is a makeup channel, and then also just talk a little bit about what I want this channel to look like. So let's get started. I have lots of hair, if you can't tell, and I really love these clips. They're in any hair store or on Amazon for whenever I'm doing my makeup. They look a little silly, but they do a great job of keeping my hair out of my face. And then I also like to do a primer. I have lots of primers that I need to get through, and so that I'm gonna use my Tatcha primer, the Silk Canvas. It's super expensive, so it's not worth your money, but it is a nice primer if you ever get gifted it, and I did. My husband got it for me for a birthday or for Christmas or something, and I'm almost out, so that is exciting. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about while I do my makeup, is how I feel about makeup right now and what I'm thinking in terms of the channel. So if you've seen any of my videos or followed me on Instagram, you know that I do really love makeup. I love buying makeup and choosing makeup, and just knowing the different types of products that are coming out and what I want to try and all that kind of stuff. And 2 months ago, I probably could have told you, the next product that's coming out with every brand, because I was keeping up with all of those brands on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube. And while I love YouTube and everything, when you stop watching all those videos, you realize that you really don't need any of those products because you don't know that they're coming out. So I kind of wanted to take a step back and look at my makeup in terms of what I actually need. And so that's going to kind of be the theme of my makeup channel, is buy what you need. So I really only want to buy things when I run out. Okay, we're back. My card was full. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. I really only want to buy what I need. And so obviously I have a lot of makeup that needs to be used up. So it'll probably be a long time before I buy like anything new. I am running out of concealer, so that might be the next new purchase, but just really focusing on being responsible in what I'm buying. Anyway, so that's going to be my main theme, buy what you need. So I really want to focus in on responsibility. I'm not a minimalist by any chance of the imagination. If you saw my makeup collection, which I plan to do a couple B-rolls of that, so you can kind of see what I'm working with, but I do plan on using what I have. So what's that going to look like, and how will that be a good makeup channel, and all that kind of stuff. Let's start with why I've decided to do this. I think that the makeup world is oversaturated with products, which we probably all could agree. And then I also really strongly believe that we are feeding into that, and we are making makeup brands think that they need to have more products because obviously we're buying them, and just all the traction it's gotten on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube with all the different types of makeup and videos that are happening. I love watching those videos, so don't get me wrong. This is not a hate. This is not supposed to be a hate on any of those videos, but it's just more of where I'm at. And so I love watching YouTube videos. I probably will keep watching YouTube videos, especially the main people that I really like. But I just want to try and be careful to not watch all the haul videos, making me feel like I need more than I actually do need. We do not need very much makeup, and a lot of makeup YouTubers and Instagrammers will say that, like this, because I'm a makeup tester essentially, because I try out a lot of makeup. I need to have a lot of makeup, but I just think that's just encouraging more and more of us to think that we need that much makeup, and I have fallen prey to that as well. And so instead of being another makeup YouTuber that tells you what you should or shouldn't buy, and if you like this product, that's not going to be my view. I'm more going to just be, this is how I'm using my makeup, and hopefully show you good makeup tips and tricks and makeup that really works on my skin and all of that, but just more of a real life situation, as much as you can be on YouTube. So what I plan to do is to document this on Instagram and on my YouTube. What I want to do is at the end of the month, just do a really quick recap of everything I bought. So I feel like a lot of YouTubers or a lot of people that are focusing in and kind of doing what I'm doing in terms of being better about spending, they show you what they used up. So panning and what they don't have left over and all that kind of stuff. And I just feel like while that's great, we are using our makeup, which is really a good thing to be showing everybody, but it doesn't matter if you're using up your makeup if you are getting in twice as much every month, and you'll just never be able to use it all. So I know that people that get makeup sent to them, that they give their makeup to different people, and that they are responsible with it. Like I said, this isn't supposed to shed any hate on anybody. I just want to make sure that I'm being more responsible. So that's where I am going to go. I plan to post more on YouTube, hopefully, than on Instagram, but it might be, sometimes Instagram can just be easier. So I'll put my Instagram below so that you have that. But I'm excited to get back into making videos and everything. That will be really fun. Now that I look like a pale ghost, I'm ready to put more color on my face. So let me go get some of that and then I'll be back. So I have my foundation on and I'm ready to kind of move on. I didn't really have anything else to mention in terms of like where this will be going. So then I thought I would start talking about my makeup. So I'm going to kind of talk about it and maybe show some video of everything that I have, and I'll just go through. So I just finished foundation, and this is all the foundation I have, which I'm pretty proud of. Some of these are just illuminators that I can use as base if I don't feel like putting foundation on. That's what these are. But this is all of the foundation I have, and they're all almost gone. So I like to keep a foundation, like one foundation that I'm kind of rotating through. I had gotten up to 3, and that's for me too many. I am almost out of both of these, which means that it will be time to buy something that I will actually need, which would be foundation. So I will definitely be really picky about what I get next in foundation, because I like makeup. I like trying new things, and so I may be trying a new foundation or go back to one that I really like. But that's the foundation. Next is concealer, and like I mentioned before, I am almost out of my L'Oreal Paris concealer, and then I have a couple concealer sticks, but I use those more for just spot treatments. So in this front part of the box, that's all the concealer I have. And so the one I'm pretty much done with this one, and then I'm getting through the NARS. The NARS one, it was just more expensive, so I don't want to use it as much, but I should. It works really well, and the coverage is really good. So I will still be using this after I get rid of the L'Oreal Paris one, and then we'll move on from there. That's concealers. So that is kind of the base products that I'm working with. I've always been a lot better with the base products in terms of only buying what I need. Where I get into trouble is with like blushes and lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes. I have so many eyeshadow palettes. So now that I have a base down, I'm gonna go to eyeshadow palettes. So I'm gonna show you all the eyeshadow palettes that I have. There we go. That's how many eyeshadow palettes I have. These are just my palettes, not including all the little eyeshadow palettes I have. Actually 16 eyeshadow palettes. So there's 16 eyeshadow palettes I need to work through. Those are just my large ones. And this whole bin is just full of all the small ones. So if I have any like little liquid eyeshadows or the smaller eyeshadow palettes, especially I really like these Natasha Denona ones, those are in there. So between 15 palettes and all the different mini ones that I have in here, I know I have plenty of shades to work with what I need. My makeup style is pretty simple from a day-to-day basis. I like to do some kind of artistic looks, but I am mostly just, if you saw me this whole month where I was using the same makeup over and over and over, you would see that I just keep it pretty simple on a day-to-day basis. So all that to say, how does one choose what to put on their eyes when they have that much makeup? And I like to just pick a palette, and then the palette can kind of tell me what look that I should do. So I did just get the new, talk about not buying anything new. My husband, for my birthday, just got me the new Rare Beauty, or I don't know if it's not really that new, but it's the Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette. It's called the True to Myself eyeshadow palette. It has a bunch of really pretty shades. These purples and pinkish tones with a little bit of the salmon shades are really my go-to colors. So I really like the shades in this palette. So I am going to use that today and do an eyeshadow look. But I also like to go in with the lightest shade in the palette. Start that and move from there. So I'm just putting that shade, the shade Positive, into my crease. So I like that in the crease. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade. This darker shade down here, I think it's the shade Passionate, and just put that in the crease. So I find a shade that looks good with my skin tone, a little bit lighter. I put that in the crease all the way around, and then I get a little bit darker shade and I put that in the corner. And I just find that that's almost all I need to get a little bit of definition on my eyes on a day-to-day basis. All right, and then I always like to bring a little bit of the dark shade underneath. Once again, all I want on a day-to-day basis is just to have a little bit of definition in the eyes. Brighten them up a little bit. Like I said, I would just stop here, but I am a shimmer person, and there's some fun shimmers. This middle one is called Accepting, and then the one above it is Loyal, and then this one down here is called Unbelievable? Undeniable. I can read. Oh, and the pink one's one too. That might be actually what I use. The one I think I'm going to use is Genuine. It's the second shade, and that's kind of what it looks like. So I just take it with my finger and put it in the inner corner and bring it out to where the dark starts. That's what I do. I normally use one palette at a time, and it kind of tells me the color story that I'm going with, which is one reason like I really like palettes, because you can get why I really like having a lot of different types of palettes, because you can get a bunch of different color stories. So this one would be a good one for the fall, etc. But I don't need, when I know I'm not doing that many crazy looks and I'm keeping everything pretty natural, I don't need to have that many. So we need to work through them. So that's what you're going to be watching. There's more palettes. How many did I say? 16, 17, 18. Put that in the stack. Okay, so next thing I would put on is mascara. When I only was doing my makeup, when I wasn't doing makeup videos the past couple months, I only used this, and I loved it. And so that just was like, I really only need one mascara at a time, not 50,000. I did just get 2 new mascaras, which I think I'm going to try and keep out the newer stuff and wait to use that. Maybe it's really hard to wait to use new things. So I got the Rare Beauty and then this CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean. It's okay, but it does a really good job of separating your lashes. I'm not going to go through everything. Some of this stuff I've just had for too long, so it obviously needs to be thrown away. But I have like over 15, lots of little samples I need to use up. I think mascara is probably the hardest thing to know if you've used up because it doesn't really like empty, you know, it feels like it's always there. If it's getting chunky, if it's smelling weird, and if you've had it for longer than a year, I would get rid of it. So some of these I have had longer than a year, and then I have duplicates, like these are both the Bite Beauties, which I love, and they're not selling them anymore. And then I'm just gonna have to use some that I don't love, but I have, so like the L'Oreal Volume Mascara works pretty well, and I need to just use it instead of waste it. So that's the point of all of this, is just using what you have, buying what you need. So I'm gonna do a dual. Like I said, I just got this mascara, and so I'm going to use that. Has a interesting wide barrel on it, but what it does, I feel like it does nothing for volume. Like you can maybe see my lashes now in the camera, but I feel like it doesn't do anything to thicken them up, but it does separate them really nicely. So I'm going to use that first. So now that they are separated, then I go in with the thicker, more volumizing. This is the Essence Lash Princess. This is like $8, so why not use this for your mascara? It does a great job. I think it volumizes, and I think it keeps my lashes separated at the same time, which is what I want. If I was wanting the look to look a little bit fancier, then I would do liner, and I have lots of little liners. I think I've been pretty good with liner. I know what I like, but this is something that isn't too hard to use up. You know when your liner is gone, unlike mascara. So I know I'll be able to get through this. Mostly I use black liner, but there's some browns in here as well. So don't let me buy any more liner. All right, so I'm kind of weird. I think some people do foundation, blush, bronzer, and then do their eyes. I do the foundation, eyes, and then go back and do the blush and bronzer. It's kind of weird. I've been really good with my bronzer and only really have one that I've been using for probably too long. But look, I've panned on it. I'm going to use this up. This is the Fenty Beauty bronzer that everyone loves. I have a liquid bronzer too, and this is, I like this, using this just during the summer, and I'm also panning on that as well. So you can tell I'm really good at using my bronzer. You can see where I'm bad. 17 eyeshadow palettes, only 3 bronzers. So obviously I have one Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and highlighter that I got for my birthday. So I feel like that's just, you know, special. Anything that I get as a gift, I'm not like counting that as a purchase because I didn't purchase it. So here are all of my highlighters, which is a little harder for me to use because I'm not as consistent as using highlighter, but I still don't feel like I have too many. There's a lot in similar shades, which I don't like, that I need to be better at using up. So still have plenty of highlighter. I think the things that I might be needing to buy is some bronzer kind of soon. This one's a little dark. This one's almost running out, as this one is as well. So all that to say, let's do some bronzer. I only used this bronzer for the past 2 months, and I loved it. I go in with the 2 middle shades. So the problem with palettes, and why you shouldn't buy a face palette, is there's probably going to be a palette shade that you're not going to use and you're going to waste. So this is pretty dark for me. So I use the 2 shades kind of mixed together, and I only put it on my cheekbones and then up on my around my forehead. And then next I go in with blush. Blush is another one of my traps. This is all the blush I have. I have palettes. These are the blush palettes I have, and then here are the individual. So there's just a lot of similarities in here, so that's why I struggle to find, to use it up. And there are things that I like. So like when I say buying what I need, it's nice to have different shades of blush. That's something I need different shades of instead of bronzer. I don't need as much. So like this is a nice little summery shade. This is a little bit of a warmer winter shade. The blush that I used the most in the past couple months when I was just living out of a makeup bag is the blush bombs from Flower Beauty. They are almost gone, which I'm proud of that, but also sad because I love these and I'm not going to be able to use them until I use up more. This is the shade Pinched. It's a very light pinky shade and I just love it for the summer because I feel like it gives my cheeks some good hydration and color, but nothing crazy, especially for like an everyday look. All right, so we have almost everything. The last thing you can't forget is your lips. Here are my lip liners. I feel like I'm doing pretty good to not have too many. You have different colors of lipstick, so it's good to have different shades of lip liners. Way too many lip glosses. These are just my glosses. And then I do feel like my lipsticks are doing pretty good. I only have 9, I think, and they're all pretty different shades. I do have like 4 of them in my purse right now that I like to keep in there just so that I have lipstick to go. So when I do my lips, I do like to do a lip liner that's pretty neutral. I've been using this NYX shade in the color Sandstorm. It is very neutral. Lines your lips really well, and then I can use almost any shade I want. I've been loving the Milani lipsticks, Color Fetish lipsticks, I think is what they're called. I have them in 2 shades. This is the more neutral shade called Tease, and I don't remember what the more pinky shade is called. I don't have, that's one of the ones that's in my purse. So if I want to leave it like this, that looks great, but the lip gloss I've been using a ton is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, and this stuff is beautiful, and it is in the shade Amber, and I feel like it's just a nice neutral shade. This is what I've been doing for the past month in my face, and while doing that, I have almost used up 2 foundations. You saw the bronzer palette I almost used up, the blushes I almost used up, so while using all that makeup, that I kind of got that feeling of like, okay, I need to be doing this more often, focus in, use the makeup that I have, and once again, buy what I need. But all in all, what I really am running out of is foundations, and I'm low on foundation, concealer, and bronzer. Other than that, I probably don't need to be buying any makeup in the future. I'm also doing this with my skincare. When I purchase something, I plan on posting that on Instagram and showing you why and what it's replacing and things like that. So if this is a journey you want to follow along on, that would be wonderful. And I just really hope it inspires you to be a responsible buyer, whether you like plants, whether you like makeup, or you like clothes or shoes or something. We are encouraged by social media and a bunch of businesses and companies that just keep buying, and we don't really need to. We can be happy with the stuff that we have, and so that is what I'm going to try to be doing. So I hope you will get some encouragement from this and maybe want to do it as well. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and hope you enjoy the next videos that are coming out. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.